Hi, I'm Jackie Greninger with Yoga with Jackie. Thank you for joining me for this short movement tutorial. Today's tutorial is on the 6 stretches of the spine. You can do the 6 stretches of the spine seated, on your back, in a chair, standing, in table position. It's really a great idea every day to move your spine these 6 directions. And the directions that we're talking about are flexion, bending forward, extension, bending backwards, side bending to each side, that's really 2, and then twisting to each side. We probably do a lot of forward bending, so you really want to focus on your backward bending when you're doing this practice. In the seated position, in a chair or sitting cross-legged, or any way that works for you really, hands come to the knees, sit up really tall. Find a slight tone or engagement in your abdominal wall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your tailbone toward the floor. Start to roll your spine to the back of the room. Chin comes in towards your throat. As you inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the ribs, lift the chest, open the front of the throat. Draw the shoulders down and squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, round, tailbone rolls back, chin comes into the throat. You'll just do this as many times as you'd like. I say at least 3 times, if not more than that. It depends on how much time you have. But this can be a really wonderful way to release the spine. And after you've done a few of those, pause, take your arms out at your sides, and press your right hand into the floor, tip over toward the right. You're trying to bring your lowest rib toward the top of your hip. You have a couple options with this other hand. It can just hang out here, and you can inhale, come up, and exhale over. Just going side to side. Now, if you want a longer side body stretch or a fuller side body stretch, you might choose to press down into that hand, take the opposite arm up and over, and then come back up to center and go to the other side. So this is side bending. Feels so good. It's not always something that we do very often. When you've done a few of those to each side, you'll come back to center, sit tall, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you take your left hand to your right knee. The right hand slides back behind you a little bit. Think of moving your ribs over to the right and turning your head to look to the right. With an inhalation, you'll come back to center. As you exhale, twisting to the other side. Now, it's not so important, especially if you're just doing a few of these, to turn the head necessarily. But as you start to move side to side, you might play with letting your head go toward the opposite shoulder or back behind you so that you get that full rotation in the spine. After you've done a few of those, let yourself come back to center and just check in. How does your spine feel? Mine always feels a little stretched, a little tingly, a little bit ready to go on with whatever else I'm doing in the day. Thanks for joining me.